hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of hunting brew mead with me. Ah, nothing like fight. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Give me a moment. There we go. Yeah, so this is just a new account and someone wanted to watch me play, so I'm just going to be doing that. I am not really watching comments. Fuck. Okay, now I'm going to be watching the comments. Give me a second. Eine. There we go. I listen to my own nasty voice. Who commented? Say something. Nobody said anything. But it said there was something said. Oh, whomst. Oh, it's you. Fuck you in the asshole. Fuck you. I hate you. Ow, and I'm being eaten by a saber tooth.
We are routed. Fall back.
You're a puss. Feindal is a loser. Thank you. So yeah, I was gonna say so what lore did you want me to talk about? The Nightingales. Okay, Nightingales. Where to start? I guess you'd have to start with the Thieves Guild, right? So the Nightingales are... It's actually a pretty ingenious plan. They, when the Nightingales started, it started because of Nocturnal. But when they first got started with the Thieves Guild, they told all the members of the Thieves Guild and also the public that they existed as a joke. I heard you, thank you. They told everybody that they that they existed almost as a joke, so that nobody would come looking for them. And they used them basically saying, "Whoa, if you're bad, the Nightingales will come and take you away and feed you to Nocturnal," as a joke. So the real Thieves Guild would let the people who were Nightingales do whatever they want and not try and stop them because they thought it was all a joke.
Tools, wares, and weapons.
No one believed that they were a legitimate...
I welcome you. Take a look.
That they were a legitimate organization, I guess you could say. They didn't think they were real. Everybody thought that they were just something that people told to kids to make sure that they were good at night. Does that make sense? It was almost it's a genius plan. Nobody looks for something they think is fake. You know what I mean? But the people who were chosen to be Nightingales were they had to be extremely gifted in this type of in thievery. They had to show some kind of skill that others didn't have. Not just anybody was allowed to become a Nightingale. You had to show a certain prowess in one of the basic thieving qualities, whether it be pickpocketing, lockpicking, whatever. You had to be like the best. And you also had to be an extremely gifted fighter. You had to be a really good thief so that you would know how thieves operate. You would know how to set traps for thieves that thieves would fall into. Because when you become a Nightingale, you kind of sell your soul to the Daedra, and the Daedra makes a deal with you. You get enhanced abilities, whatever you want, whatever the ability is. You have one of 3 options in the game. I'm sure there's others. Wait, why am I going in here? I meant to go in the Temple of Talos, which is to the right, not in front of me. I'm an idiot. Okay. Turn around and move, Paintball. Anyway, so Nocturnal wanted thieves to be able to stop thieves because, you know, the skeleton keys, and then skeleton key is Nocturnal has the best Daedric artifacts. You know, there's Daedric artifacts all over the place. Some of them the Daedra have made, some of them they stole from the dwarves, some of them they took from other deities, and each one has its own specific enchantments, and the enchantment varies per person. For instance, in the game, you can have the helm of what's his name, the Prince of Wishes. I can't think of his name right now. But that guy, that Daedric Prince. In the game, it gives you plus 10 speechcraft. It's got a really high armor base, and also helps you with blacksmithing. In Oblivion, however, that same item.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
Shit, I didn't want to start this yet.
Another girl served me a drink just a few nights ago.
Another?
Susanna's the third. It's always we're stretched thin as it is with a... If you want to help, I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
Hey, loser.
No. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse
Keep your distance.
You did it.
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow.
This guy did it. It was him.
A few coins to help.
I'm 100% sure.
Another one. I heard a scream and came running like she was already.
It almost seems wrong to plant poison next to a graveyard. That seems rude, right? Wouldn't you want to, like, plant something that smells good and is good for you to promote good health or whatever? Why would you put poison flowers that'll kill you if you eat them? And that's rude. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion.
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
So you can cast a few spells. Go to think, just like always. No. We'll need to talk to you. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
Alright, thanks. We're not actually gonna do that. I'm not gonna follow the bloodstain either because that'll mean I said yes. Okay, so the whoa, that's cool. In the other game, Oblivion, it gave you a completely different perk tree. Completely different perk. Every person that picks up a Daedric artifact, it gives them a different enchantment, which is weird. And Daedric artifacts are almost sentient beings. They can think for themselves. They can choose whether to stay with you or leave. If the Daedric artifact doesn't like you, it will go back. It will disappear and go back to the realm of Oblivion where it came from. You get this by seeing how the Daedric Prince will offer you something that he's already given your character in another game.
Would you like to
She
buy
really
some
chased
flowers?
me down to try and get me to give her money. Ugh.
Not much, but I hope you like them.
Yes, I have a soft spot for children. Get out of here.
Stop by again.
Okay, anyway, the Nocturnal, specifically. If you're going to talk about Nightingales, you have to talk about Nocturnal. You also have to talk about Baron Zaya. And that goes back to Talos. Baron Zaya, some people say she was the Night Mother, some people say she's the lucky old lady, which is technically the Night Mother, I guess. Some people say she's the founder of the Thieves Guild, or she was a member of the Thieves Guild, I should say. She was the founder, or maybe she was one of the... Yeah, she was the founder of the Dark Brotherhood. But she was first a member of the Thieves Guild. Some people say that she only joined, that she was a princess. A queen, actually, from Morrowind, but at the time she was a princess. She joined specifically to... Some people say that she was the Night Mother, and that the only reason she joined the Thieves Guild was to try and promote the idea of killing people for money. But when the Thieves Guild refused, she left to join, to form her own guild from the people who were willing to listen, and she formed the Dark Brotherhood as a splinter group of the Morag Tong. She was a dark elf from Morrowind, obviously. I said Morrowind. Now, Baron Zaya was a lover, a secret lover to Talos. Talos banged her like a white king banging a black chick, basically. That child, in a white country, that child would be seen as wrong, especially since Talos Tiber Septim was married. But he didn't have any kids. Baron Zaya got pregnant shortly after they had sex. That's a problem. Because that kid has a rightful place to claim the throne of the Empire. Uh-oh. So what does Talos do? Talos orders that she be killed. So he sends a group of the, not the Blades, but he sends his guards to go find her and kill her, and they track her through, they track them through mountains into Skyrim, through the Empire, out of Morrowind, back through the Empire again. She basically led them in a circle, and then through Skyrim, and then when they got to Skyrim, she led them, they finally caught up with her and were shooting arrows at them, but a storm came, and when the storm got there, she was forced to tell her people to take shelter in a cave. Unfortunately, it was a dwarven cave, and even though the dwarves were gone at this point, the Falmer weren't, and still aren't. And so they got in the cave, and on the outside they had people waiting to slaughter them, and on the inside, when they got inside, they kicked the tripwire, and the exit to the cave completely broke. Like, it got crumbled, like rocks fell and covered the entire exit. Let's go clear something. So that's good. So the Baron Zaya was stuck in this cave, and the Imperial said, "Good enough, she's dead." And they went back to Tiber Septim and told her they killed her, even though they didn't. She was locked in a cave with some other dark elves, and said dark elves were slaughtered by the Falmer right after. I don't think I've been in here. I might have, I don't know. So yeah, that's Baron Zaya. She founded she didn't found the Thieves, but she was a member of the Thieves Guild. And she started the Dark Brotherhood. You know, have I been in here? Yeah, I've definitely been in here, yeah. This looks too familiar. We'll go to the one over, there's one right next to it. Anyway, so, the Nocturnal. She has multiple Daedric artifacts. I can go over each one with you. The Shroud of Nocturnal, aka the Grey Fox, the mask that you get in Oblivion. And then when you do the Thieves Guild quest in Oblivion, you find out that everybody thinks the Grey Fox is immortal, that he's a living god, basically. This man can't die. He's been around for hundreds of years. And he ends up giving you, or you kill him or something like that, and you get the Grey Fox cowl. Now, it's interesting how the first person who got it. He was a nightingale, which means he had access to the Twilight Sepulchre. It was one of Nocturnal doesn't give away her Daedric artifacts. You have to steal them from her, and it's almost like a game of cat and mouse. Like, she enjoys you ripping her off, but at the same time can't let you do so, and so then orders you killed or curses you or something like that. And so the Shroud of Nocturnal, aka the Cowl of Nocturnal, the Grey Fox, the mask, it came to be because a nightingale stole it from her, and he put it on, and its skill was that no matter who saw you, they wouldn't be able to see you. Like, it would be like they didn't know who you were no matter who you were. Oh, it's her. Let's go talk to her for a second.
Huh? I'm Anska. Are you here to help? I've finally located Voken's crypt. The scroll I'm looking for just has to be here.
Sure,
Maybe you could help find it. I just know it's in here. Some old priest buried here long ago. I've been searching for his... If Vokun is as powerful as you can have anything. Except the scroll, of course.
Done.
Great. With the two of us, this should be easy.
Not easy because I'm really low level. Usually I'd say hell yeah, but right now, no. I think I'm like level 7. 14! 14! Yeah, I'm actually higher than I thought. Fuck me. Sorry, pardon my language. I forgot I'm recording this on audio too. With you, I don't care. I cuss with you, but I don't know who's watching, and I have a few kids that watch me play and listen to my lore and stuff. So anyways, this guy steals. I forget his name. It started with a J. He steals the Shroud of Nocturnal, and because he does this, Nocturnal curses it. Lucky for him, because she made it better almost. It's pretty funny. She put this curse on it that the minute you put it on, nobody would ever remember your name. So let's say you rob a bank, right? And you put on the shroud, nobody knows you exist. Whoever you were before, they only know you as the Grey Fox. Everybody in your family that knows you forgets you. So you lose everything. Nobody knows who you are until you take off said mask. And the minute you do, if a guard is chasing the Grey Fox because you're wearing the mask after you commit this crime, but you take off the mask, they'll stop attacking you and they'll have no idea why they even ran up to you. They won't remember anything that happened prior to you taking off the mask. They'll be really confused. You see that in Oblivion when you put on the mask, and you commit crimes, and the guards, if you're out in daytime and you ever put on the mask, the guards will chase you, and if they come up to you, they will attack you instantly. And if you take it off afterwards, they're already attacking you, so they'll keep attacking you. However, if while they're running up to you, you run away, and right before they get to you, you take it off, they'll stop, and they'll be like, wait, what was I doing? And then they'll turn around and walk away. It's pretty funny. So almost... She almost made the shroud even better than it was beforehand, which is pretty funny. She meant to curse it, and he was like, thanks! And because of it, the Grey Fox became its own character. People started knowing of the Grey Fox. And because it was handed down from Guildmaster to Guildmaster, people thought the Grey Fox was immortal. Because they couldn't see the face underneath the mask. They couldn't even see the body. All they remember was the mask. I feel like there's a tripwire here somewhere that I missed.
This is fun.
It's really fun, except there's holes in the wall there, which means I'm gonna get stabbed by something. I'm just gonna jump. Fuck it. Anyway, so...
Someone there.
Damn it, you had to be so loud. Ow. Anyways, the shroud, that's where the shroud comes from. The other ones are the helm of Nocturne. I'm not the helm. The ow. The skeleton key. And there's a dagger. I forget what the dagger's name. But then you have the skeleton key. The skeleton key is freaking awesome. The skeleton key is a key that, one, can open any lock. Not in the game, unfortunately, it doesn't have that ability. But locks that don't take keys, that you need multiple keys for, etc., it allows you to pick said lock, and the lockpick can't break. So you have an infinite amount of tries, which is pretty cool. It's actually really useful, even in the game, even because it can't break. It's really useful. But it doesn't just stop there. It opens any door, like I explained, but I didn't explain what that means. It opens any door, as in not just physical doors, but metaphorical doors. For instance, the door to your potential specifically, and similar things like that. Whatever your greatest potential is, if you have said key, it immediately unlocks that potential. Hence why Mercer Frey, who really wasn't even that great of a fighter or a thief or anything, was able to trick all of the Thieves Guild and steal from right underneath their noses and do all kinds of random magical shit that should be impossible for him, considering he's not that great of a thief. Damn it. Damn it.
God help us. This can't end well.
What can't? Me being a necromancer? There we go. Stop it! There we go. So the yeah, that's the skeleton key. And it gets even stronger if you are an agent. If you're already a Nightingale, right? All of those things become even more powerful. We don't know what they do, but they let you do like so much more cool weird shit with them. Like for instance, break, if you wanted to, all you had to do is think of this. You could minor health, iron hand, orchid bow. There we go. This is what I look for. Minor health, done. Okay, so if you wanted to, for instance, this is just an idea. Let's say you wanted to pick the lock to the key, or pick the lock to the way to Sovngarde, right? You want to go to Sovngarde while you're alive. If you are a agent of Nocturnal, your mind is the limit. Whatever you want to do, you can do, because you have this extra power over these gifts because she's given you her blessing. So you have her blessing to do whatever you want. Hence why Mercer Frey was allowed to do all the kind of shit he did. You know, steal the plans and all the kind of crap that he did. I'm not going to spoil the game because we'll get to that eventually. But you already know what he did. All the stuff that he did, he only did it because he had the blessing of Nocturnal, as well as the skeleton key. Otherwise, without the blessing of Nocturnal, the skeleton key only unlocks any physical door, not mental doors. That's why in the game,
this looks like
you don't get said blessing until you bring back the skeleton key. Sucks, right? So if there was a way for the game, for instance, for you to get the blessing, and then right after you get the blessing, go into Sovngarde, or go back into the Nightingale where Nocturnal is, and steal her skeleton key once more, instantaneously you would be allowed to do all the stuff Mercer Frey did. See, Mercer Frey was given the blessing of Nocturnal without bringing back the skeleton key. He got it and then he stole it. Smart man. Since you brought it back, that's when she gives it to you. So you already lose it when you get the blessing. Fucking sucks. If I could, I would have been Mercer Frey. I would have been the exact same thing as Mercer Frey. I'd have done everything he did, only better, because I'm better. Okay, so what is this? Hawk, whale, blank, and snake? Hawk, whale, we'll just do hawk, whale, snake, because the other one's not here. That's snake. That's fox. Oh, it must be hawk, whale, fox, snake. Hawk, whale, fox, snake. Whale? Oh good, we moved hawk already. Whale. fox. And finally, Sneck. S-N-E-K. Sneck. Oh, I thought it wasn't going to open. I was about to kill myself.
Maybe the order has something to do with the symbols up there.
And maybe shut up, because I already opened it. So yeah, that is the different artifacts Nocturnal has. As for the Nightingales, the Nightingales are Nocturnal lackeys. People who sold their souls to her.
Suspicious to me.
And after death, their soul goes to her, and she takes,
Hey, watch it!
They have to guard the Twilight Sepulchre until she says they're done. They don't agree for a certain amount of years or anything else, but she says there is a time when you can go. For instance, it starts with a G. Gallifrey? I don't know, something like that. What's his face? The chick, I don't know what his name was. Starts with a G. The person who came, the guild master that Mercer killed for him.
Be careful.
That guy. Hence why, at the end, he kisses what's-her-face and then says, I have to go. And then she goes, why? He goes, because I'm done. My service has been completed. So that to me says that there is an end of your. She doesn't say it when you're signing up, but because of that, it means that eventually she lets you go. So you sell your soul, unlike the other gods who, when you sell their soul, you're theirs forever. Even Shore, which isn't really bad. Sovngarde, that's heaven, where everybody wants to go. Even him, he gets your soul forever. When you go to Sovngarde, you're selling your soul to Shore. But ooh, shit, fuck.
I'm getting out of here.
Alright. You really got out of there really quick. Good job. I'm proud of you. Good man. Oof. Anyway, ooh. That's cool. Yeah. Huh? I never get to use these because whenever I get them, I'm already way too high level. That's awesome. We'll give my lackey the blade sword. You can give me the
I've got your back.
sword.
What do you want me to carry?
I want you to stop carrying something, this specifically, and start carrying this. Wait.
What do you want me to carry?
Did I give it? Oh, fuck me. Did I give it to him? I gave it to him, right? Fuck. You this. There we go.
Lead on.
Okay, so, yeah, that's what exactly did you want to know about the Nightingales? I know a lot. I wouldn't know where to start, or nothing's coming to mind. So
Is someone there?
What were you curious about? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, the Nightingales are agents of Nocturnal. Nocturnal being the Daedric Prince of the Night. Daedric Prince of Thieves. She finds joy in lies and stealing and things that are hidden.
Be careful.
I guess is the easiest way to say it. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I took it, so I figured I might as well knock it off. Hell yeah! You bitch! I only missed because she moved me.
That's the...
Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his tail. Wherever he yells, let him go. I don't really care. Let's just shoot this one. I need this one. Damn it, I gotta get to 70 first. What is my sneak at? Sneakity snick snick snick. Noise from Marver reduced 50%. Good. Alright. So yeah, that's Nocturnal and the Nightingales. We don't really know too much about them, considering this is the first game that's really mentioned them. So the lore, I'm sure we'll find out more in the next one, but as Skyrim is concerned, that's what we know. That's what I know about them. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing, but I can't think of them right now. Something I learned right now is who
Yeah?
the vampire right by the city next to Solitude. I can't think of what it's called right now. Morthal, right by Morthal. What, Movarth. His name is Movarth. There we go. Movarth. I finally found out his history. Was curious, so I did some digging. Found out Movarth used to be a vampire hunter. Did you know that?
These wall carvings are ancient. They must be close.
Ow, 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 ow. Run. 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 Jump. Flee. We're good. Okay. So, Movarth used to be a vampire hunter from Skyrim. He was a Nordic guy, badass, and, well, before we start talking about him, let's talk about this. The most educated person in history regarding vampires, and this was a priest.
Hey, watch it.
A priest of Archaea, or specifically, I think the priest called them Oriel because he was a high elf, or not a high elf, a wood elf, a Bosmer. So it was this vampire hunter's.
It's nothing.
Plan. I don't know what word I'm looking for. It was his mission, I guess is the best word, to hunt down the strongest vampires in every country, and to then become, I don't know, just to do that basically. He wanted to test himself, see if he could kill all the strongest vampires. And so he went to this priest, and the priest was like, you're on a path that's not easy. If you're sure, I will help you, but you're messing with like strong people. Not all vampires are as weak as you think they are.
Want me to carry?
And he was like, trust me, I can handle it, give me the chance. And he said, alright. He said, where are you from? He said, Skyrim. He said, let's talk about the vampires that are in Skyrim. He said, there's many different kinds, however, the strongest of these would be the Harkin, those ones. His castle, the Castle Volkihar, the Volkihar vampires. Those are the strongest. And so he was like, tell me about the Volkihar vampires then. And the priest said, okay, the Volkihar vampires are...
I'll spare you for now.
Thank you. I just wanted to see if I can get away with it. Anyway, he was like, the Volkihar vampires are the strongest when it comes to physical brute strength. They can fly. They can... another thing they have is they can come through ice. They can pop up from the ice underneath in the glacial fields. They can travel through ice as if it's only air.
Yes.
And this the vampire hunter was like, okay, where can I find them? And so he told them how to lure them, how to find them, and basically everything he knew about the Volkihar vampires. And so he also told him about the other different kinds of vampires that are in Skyrim. The Vampirus Sanguinis vampires that are in Skyrim. Vampirus Sanguinaris, there we go. Which is the ones that Harkin's vampires call, and I'm quoting him, diseased mortals. He just said that they're nothing but diseased freaks, basically. So the Volkihar, he said, alright, I'm going to go kill them. The guy said, yeah, best of luck with that. And he set off for his journey. On his journey, he goes out into the glacial fields, or the northwestmost point of no. In northwestmost point of Skyrim. Goes up there and walks through the ice field trying to find a vampire. Lucky and unlucky for him, a vampire reaches up from out of the ice and grabs him by the leg. Tries to pull him underwater, or under ice, I should say. In that moment, he managed to pull out his sword and cut its arm off. While it was reeling from that attack, he stabbed it in the chest, killing it. Congratulations, you killed a vampire.
Move on. The scroll must be in the next room.
Thank you, I don't care. Once he did this, he went back to the to the priest. There we go. With the head of the vampire, the Volkihar vampire, and threw it on the ground in front of the vampire, or in front of the priest. I mean, that threw the vampire's head, and the priest looked down, saw it, and said, "Oh, well then, good job." He goes, "What's next?" He said, "You want more?" He goes, "Yes, obviously, I'm gonna kill them all." He goes, "Okay." He said, "What country do you want to go to?" He said, "Tell me about your home country." He said, "My home country." He goes, "You mean where the Bosmer are from? The forest. I can't think of what it's called right now. Is it
I cannot thank you
Vardenfell?
enough for all of the help. And here's a little something for helping me out."
He was like, "Tell me about Vardenfell." Or whatever you want to call the country. At the time, it was called Vardenfell. I don't know what it's called now. I forget what it's called now. Isle of Boss Mary. There's multiple names for it. Anyways, he said, basically, I will tell you about the ones from my home country. He said there's many different kinds of vampires where I'm from, even more so than in Skyrim. He said, the most feared of which are called, and it starts with a K, I forget exactly what it's called, but the reason they're so feared is, well, there's three different kinds. One of them, the most feared, is that they lure children into the woods and then kill them, and they're shapeshifters. They can change themselves into anything that they eat. So they kill the child and then turn into them. And when they turn into them, they go home to that child's home and pretend to be that child and live in that house with that family until they get bored and then kill the entire family. Still as the child. So the family thinks they're being slaughtered by their kin. It's kind of effed up. But yeah, that was that vampire. They were the most feared because they did that. You never knew who was a vampire. You never know if your family was even your family. There's one specific story told of this little girl who looked like, I guess she would be similar to Babette. Her parents told her to leave, or to go outside and play. And so she went outside and play, Then her dad came home from work. That was her mother. Her dad came home from work and she still wasn't home. So they called for her and she came out from in the forest and came home and they went inside to eat dinner. Over dinner, the little girl made fun of her brother. Not just like playing around like, you know, kids do. Like deep insults that like cut deep. And then when her father scolded her, she insulted her father. And her father didn't know what to do. So he sent her to bed and said, you can't eat tonight, go to bed. She went to bed. Next morning, same problem. She little shit for like a month and a half. So finally, the father reached out to a priest, and the priest said, well, here, pray to this, do this, give her this, and we'll see what happens. So he got the medicine from the doctor, and he went home. Or the priest, I should say. And then he went home. When he got home, he walked in, and there was blood all over the floor, everywhere. He walked in, and he saw his wife laying on the bed with her throat slit. Blood everywhere. Walked in a little bit farther, and he found his son dead on the floor with his face, like his head smashed in. Also, his throat was slit. But that wasn't the killing wound that happened afterwards. Anyways. And finally, he kept walking in, and he saw his daughter sitting hunched over. And so he goes over to her, and he hugs, he grabs her, and he feels her neck, and she doesn't have a pulse. And so he thinks his whole family's dead. And as he's crying and hugging his daughter laughs. And he's like, huh? And he looks at her, and she's fine. And she goes, what's wrong, Dad? And he goes, your brother, your mother. And then she goes, no. She said, you've made a mistake. And he goes, what are you talking about? She said, I'm not your daughter. And then he turned back into the man that he was and said, your daughter's been dead for a month. He said, now your wife and son are dead because you weren't here to save them. And now no one's here to save you. He killed that person. This is a story that is told to children in Boss Mary. It's kind of effed up. What I gotta find? Let me look at the map. The map of Tamriel. My brother and my father are arguing, I guess. There we go, map of Tamriel. It's called Valenwood. There we go. Valenwood. Hammerwood, basically. Hammer your wood. Anyways. Anyway, so it's called Valenwood. So that's the most feared one from there, but it definitely isn't the only one from there. The next one I'll talk about is...
What do you want me to carry?
There is a specific type of vampire, I forget the name of it, but they look exactly like humans. You cannot tell them apart from humanity unless you have a wax candle. The light of a waxed candle will make their face kind of shimmer, and they disappear. Like, that's the only way you can tell who they are. So they're feared because nobody knows who is a vampire, even if they don't feed. You cannot tell what they look like no matter what, unless they... And the light doesn't bug them. The sun, they're immune from the sun. So they blend in very well with society. They're not really feared very well because kind of shit. They feed on usually live targets, create thralls sometimes, but usually they just feed on sleeping victims and nobody's the wiser. Because they would not be able to survive without living in society.